the new Superman movie comes out, I believe Friday, and it's been getting talked about a lot lately. And that's mainly because of what James Gunn, who is the director of Superman, and his brother have been saying about the movie. His brother Sean Gunn. They're basically politicizing a superhero movie, which in reality, if you just release a Superman movie and you just shut up about it, people are gonna go see it. And personally, for me, I've seen the trailer for this. It actually looks pretty good. I'm still not 100% sold on the guy playing Lex Luthor. I don't know if he looks intimidating enough. But Green Lantern's in it, Mr. Terrific's in it. It looks like a good movie. But they're making people not want to see it the more they open their mouths. So, but before I get into what they said, I could not believe this was a real article written, I think like a day ago. So yesterday, this is a real article. And this just has TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, all around it. Superman isn't trying to be political. We just have real life supervillains now. So this whole story is just, it's like what, 5 paragraphs, but all Allison Wilmore wanted to do was just find a way to connect Lex Luthor to Republicans. So first paragraph just talking about Krypton. Second paragraph talking about James Gunn. Gunn again, and third one. This is the whole point of the article here. Similarly, it doesn't need to turn its takes on Lex Luthor, played by the spectacularly compelling Nicholas Hoult, into some combination of Elon Musk, Trump, and some actually smart for the comparison to come to mind. Those real life figures have been accelerating into Luthor territory for years now. So this whole article she made, she basically just wanted to compare Musk and Trump to Lex Luthor. It's insane. Not even a close. Yeah, if you want to compare, like they're all rich, then yeah, you can make that comparison. But other than that, it's beyond stupid. And the fact that this woman wasted this time with this, it's just absolutely insane. So this is Sean Gunn, his brother, talking about Superman.
It is exactly what the movie is about. I think that we support our people. We love our immigrants. Yes, Superman is an immigrant, and yes, the people that we support in this country are immigrants. And if you don't like that, then you're not American.
Apparently, I'm not American, guys. I'm not American. Haven't been this whole time. Yeah, so this person shared this and said, Superman is a literal alien. He didn't come to America illegally. He landed here. Oh, and by the way, he's not real. That's the thing that's funny about this is they're basically saying, oh, it's a story of immigration and blah, 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 and how great it is. This is a fictional comic book character of a baby who was sent to Earth because his planet was destroyed and his parents sent him off here. And then he grew up and then ended up saving the world and Metropolis numerous times. Not realistic at all. And if you really want to get realistic into this, if this happened in modern time, the U.S. government would not allow Superman just to walk freely. They would capture him in any way, shape, or form they could. It would be like the Flashpoint comic where he's starved and experimented on his whole life. That's realistic. So this has nothing to do with immigration. If you want to get technical terms, Superman's from another land. He moved to this land. Immigration, sure. At the end of the day, he's an alien from another planet, and this is a fictional story about a superhero. Okay, you can't connect fictional comic book stories to real life. Like Batman is a billionaire who fights people at night. That doesn't mean Elon Musk is outside the bat suit fighting people. It's not realistic. And then James Gunn jumped in on this too. He says, Superman is about an immigrant that came from other places and how we've lost the value of basic human kindness. Yes, it's about politics. We haven't lost the value of basic human kindness. This is about if you break the law, you have to go to jail or get deported back to your own country. That's how that works. So if you get pulled over and you get a DUI, you're going to get split off from your kid. You're going to get split off from your wife. You're going to go to jail. Should we just allow them to go home because it's not kind to throw them in jail? No, they broke the law. Same thing with illegally coming here. These people, when they come here, they know they're doing it illegally. They know 100% they're doing it illegally. And they're still choosing to risk it coming here. And I get it. You can have sympathy and empathy for these people, but without letting them in. I get they come from places where there's not a lot of work. They're very poor. You know, Mexico, they have the cartels running all around. I get there's difficult situations that the people come from. But we have our own Americans that come from difficult situations too. We have poverty all throughout the country. We have orphans. We have all these different situations where people are struggling. You know, single moms raising a bunch of kids. Our own people need help to thrive. And those should always be put first before other citizens or people from other countries, like illegal migrants. Right? That doesn't mean you're an evil person. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That means you're putting your citizens first. Most countries, every country should do this. Every country should put their own citizens first. And some countries do. And then you have countries like us before Trump. And then you have like Europe, who's just allowing everyone to destroy their countries too. It doesn't work. Okay. And I feel like they're going to get people not to. And now I could be wrong. Maybe people will still see Superman. I'm sure some people still will. But I feel like it's turning people off to seeing Superman. Because you're like trying to push a narrative out of this. Like there's no reason to be like, oh yeah, immigration, blah, blah, blah. Like you're clearly doing this because you want to push a narrative. Immigration's great. And we need all these people here as you live in your gated mansion in Hollywood, away from all of it, where you're out of touch completely. You know, it makes no sense. Like Superman has good reviews so far, 85% by critics, 95% by users. And then if you go to all audiences, 87, verified audiences, 95. So a little off there. Still pretty high reviews. Like I said, overall, this movie does look good. I'm not going to see it in theaters personally. It does look good compared to other Superman movies we've had in the past and just the Superman character in general. But why would you, like, if you haven't learned anything from Disney at this point, is that you don't do stuff like this to try to ruin the box office. So like Disney with like Rachel Zegler basically single-handedly destroying the Snow White opening. Yeah, so you should have taken lessons from that. Now you're probably not going to make as much money off this as you thought you were going to. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people that go see movies are like conservative families. You know, they're going to take their kids. This is a movie where kids are going to want to see. And if the parents are like, wow, this dude is trying to push this narrative, I'm not taking my children to see that now. I don't want to support that. That's what you're losing. The crazy leftists, I don't know if they go to the movies or not. Whenever I go to the movies, I don't really see many people with blue hair. But so that might not change at all. But when it comes to actual families seeing this stuff, you've got to I don't want to say cater to it. You could just not say anything. Like there's no reason to say anything about this. You could just be like, hey, we have this cool movie about a superhero who's literally the Man of Steel and his only weakness is a green rock. Like people are going to be like, oh, wow, that's neat. You know, superhero movies are always going to make money no matter what, unless you do something to ruin the image of it, like making it political when it doesn't need to be political, you know?